You too, man. What is going on? It's LNH back with another video, and today I gotta break it down, guys. Bryce James is going to shock a lot of people, and he's going to be in the spotlight, and he's really next up. I gotta be honest here, and there's a huge reason not a lot of people are really realizing what's going on with him. So I'm gonna break it down and get right into it. Now, Bryce James, of course, as you guys know by now, son of LeBron James, brother to Bronny James, and man, a lot of people are saying this dude is next up. As you guys know by now, a lot of the younger players and younger people in their families end up being the best players. Look at somebody like LaMelo Ball, for instance. He ended up and probably is still the best player in his family, and it happens a ton of times. And when we look at Bryce James, man, he may end up being this person. Now, this dude, of course, I already made a previous video about him saying, one, this guy can shoot the ball, is an excellent shooter, and it seems like that's what he had really gifted to him in the game of basketball. And Bronny James almost doesn't seem to have those exact same gifts, but is still an excellent player. Now, this dude is going to be in the spotlight very, very soon because two things. Now, number one, Bryce James actually officially just graduated 8th grade. Now, you guys know what that means. This dude is officially going to be playing in high school basketball and at Sierra Canyon, where we're going to see him a ton and see this dude get on the court a lot more. Now, you guys should know by now he's even playing up in AAU and is playing 15U, being that he's only 13, and Bryce is just about to turn 14. Now, in addition to him turning 14 and being a 9th grader, he's actually also going to be on IG. Now, if you guys know by now, man, Bronny really started blowing up once he started getting on IG a lot more, and we really saw him and his highlights and a lot more updates about this dude. Now, number one, man, when Bronny actually got his IG, he was about 14 years old, and this guy actually went for about 1 million followers in just 24 hours, which was crazy. So I'm sure the same thing is about to happen to Bryce. But man, you guys left a ton of excellent criticism about Bryce James and really his future predictions. Now, one of the biggest things and one of the most liked comments was about him really in his weight. Now, if you guys look at him and look at him play, man, this dude has a little bit of weight to him, but he clearly is still a really good player and can shoot the ball and seems pretty strong. Now, it seems like a lot of people are even agreeing that that's puberty weight, and this guy is actually probably going to lose it in a couple months, and he's going to slim down and probably get even stronger, which I'm telling you, once this guy gets a little bit older, he's probably going to be a monster on the court. In addition to this dude is even ranked on some of these ranking websites as 24th in the class of 2025, and even some of them had him 19th. So that is crazy to think about. He's actually still getting this type of recognition, being that he's that young. Now, even in a lot of people were commenting as well that this dude is probably even taller than I had originally predicted. Now, I had gave him about 5'10", 5'11", but many people are even claiming this dude is probably 6 foot, 6'1" at this point, and that's insane. Being that he's only about 13 years old and being 6'1", you guys know he's about to do something special on the court. Now, I think just because it's about to be summertime, he's probably going to have a great and a really big growth spurt, being that he's around that age. And man, it's going to be scary to see this dude get back on the court. But man, what do you guys think about Bryce James and his overall career? Man, a lot of people compare him to Bronny and say that Bronny is a tad bit passive on the court. Now, the one argument I have to say about this is, man, you have to think about who Bronny has played with all these years. He's played with really good competition, which of course can hinder how he plays on the court and only is going to make him better. But look at someone like Amari Bailey. When Amari Bailey was younger, he really wasn't averaging the most points on Sierra Canyon. But once he got that spotlight and got that shine, what ended up happening? One of the best players in his class, and of course committed to UCLA. So we have to remember that when we do talk about Bronny James. And you guys know it's only a matter of time. Bronny was officially cleared from that injury, so he is about to be back on the court doing his thing. And he and Bryce, in my opinion, are going to shock a ton of people. Now, you guys let me know in the comments down below, what do you think about these guys' future careers? Are they really going to pan out to the players that we expect them to be? How do you think they're going to do? And especially Bryce, that he just graduated and is actually officially going to be playing in high school basketball. Let me know in the comments down below. Now, on the other hand, man, we got to talk about McClung. I have to give you guys an update on this because, man, a lot of people have been calling this guy overrated. And I saw one comment here that actually was really a huge argument as to why a lot of people don't think he's as good as a player as many people think he is. Now, one of the biggest things about McClung McClung and his selling points is he actually broke Allen Iverson's scoring record. But there are two things to this, which honestly, it was kind of shocking to me when I learned these facts. Now, number one, of course, we have to look at the number of years. Allen Iverson only played 3 years of basketball at his high school, while McClung ended up playing 4. Now, of course, an extra year is going to give you a ton more time to score more points, so that is a huge factor. Now, the second factor was the type of schools that they ended up going to. The type of school McClung was at compared to the one Allen Iverson was at was a huge difference. Allen Iverson and the type of competition he played was arguably a lot tougher than the people McClung played, just because the type of talent and when you go to different types of schools. Now, when people actually stated this, I really found it interesting, but it's kind of shocking that people want to decredit what he did. At the end of the day, in my opinion, even if they went to different schools, you have to be some type of really good player to at least beat Allen Iverson's record. Regardless of the type of school you went to, it's really impressive to be able to average 30 points in high school per game, regardless of wherever you go. You still have to put the basketball in the basket, which is really interesting to me, and I think it doesn't do anything to McClung in the way he's scoring points on the court. I really think it does not decredit him at all. Now, of course, McClung officially just declared that he is going to the NBA draft and not going back to college. Now, with that being said, a lot of people had a ton of things to say about McClung, and really one was very interesting to me. Now, let's take a look at this. One of the biggest critiques was that this guy is not a true point guard. If you guys look at any of the numbers that he put up at pretty much any school that he went to, when he was at Texas Tech, he only averaged around 2 assists per game while scoring 16 points. Clearly, he's a score-first type of guard, and even while he was at Georgetown, only averaged around 2 assists as well, which is really interesting to me. And a lot of people are stating the fact that this guy is not NBA ready. He seems like he's a point guard who's very exciting to watch, but is 1, a ball hog, and 2, someone who is not ready for the NBA. Now, I can take a look at this critique and state a couple of things. Now, 1, yes, he's very exciting to watch because this guy gets buckets on the court and hits big shots. You guys know by now, that's one of the biggest things McClung is known for. He knocks shots down and really gets people excited to watch him play, especially how he dribbles the ball and just maneuvers on the court. Now, a lot of people are saying he's not NBA ready, and there's a couple things that he can do about this. Now, one of the most important things for him are these off-season workouts. As you guys know by now, players who don't have the highest recruit or the highest type of rankings, and you know McClung has really been doubted his entire basketball career. Even coming out of high school, he was not ranked the highest player out there. And even in college was not the best recruit. And even if you look at his current draft stock right now, he does not have the highest draft stock either. Now, with that being said, man, McClung is going to have to prove himself in these off-season workouts and these preseason NBA workouts. Now, the reason saying is because when you can get in front of a coach and show him your skill one-on-one in a controlled environment, it's definitely going to help improve McClung's overall ranking and his draft stock. In addition to this, these NBA workouts that he has and any type of preseason workout that this dude does have, including the combine as well, are definitely going to be places where McClung is going to have to perform. If this guy does not perform well in these type of workouts, man, I think it's going to be tough for him to get drafted, even though in my opinion, he is one of the most exciting players to watch play, especially with his bounce and just what he does on the court. But is he really NBA ready? Man, I'm not 100% sure. You guys have to let me know in the comments down below. But let me know, what do you think about Bryce James and Bronny James officially starting to play basketball once again? Bronny, of course, recovering from injury and he's back now. And Bryce James, he's finally going to be playing some high school basketball. So we're definitely going to see a ton more of this dude. And he's probably going to be on IG as well, which is going to be funny. Now, in addition, McClung, let me know, where do you think he's going to get drafted, if he is, or is he going to end up playing overseas or somewhere else? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on post notifications to get a new notification every time I upload a new video. So LNHM out.